ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Bingo Bonanza, live from the double wide of everyone's favorite beauty professional, Franklin Mint Platinum Shopper and Bingo Caller, Miss Richfield 1981.
Welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm Miss Richfield 1981, your hostess, and I wanted to take just a moment before we start to explain how you can play along. It's really easy. You take your handheld device and go to playbingobonanza.com, where you'll get a card, a bingo card to play along, but you're going to watch on Facebook Live on a laptop or a desktop computer. Again, it's really easy. Take your handheld device and go to playbingobonanza.com and get a bingo card and then watch on Facebook Live. Bingo Bonanza! And we're starting right now. I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! Hi everyone and welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm so tickled you joined us. It's Thirsty Thursdays. So I poured a cup of Sanka. There we go, right there. I poured a cup of Sanka for myself. And you should grab your favorite beverage for Thirsty Thursday Bingo Bonanza. And I don't know, you never know if things go well. I may have a second cup. We'll see. But in the meantime, everyone just take a sip. Oh, it's so hot. It's so warm. Anyway, I'm all revved up on the decaf, so you can only imagine the joy. And because it's Thirsty Thursday, I have my barmaid outfit on, and I am ready to serve you. If you wanna, any of you want to, order. It's in that cute. It even has knee highs. Isn't that darling? Can you see the knee highs? I'll get them closer. See, it has knee highs with darling little bows on both knees. So anyway, so go get a beverage if you already have one, because I'm not going to be able to serve you because I'm going to be busy with Bingo Bonanza, and we have 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 games again tonight, and they're going to be super fun, and one of them's a real surprise that goes with our theme of Thirsty Thursday, and along with our theme, along with bingo, along with gorgeous me, I have a live studio audience, and I want to welcome them right now and say welcome. We have Jim and Tony. And where are you, Jim? There they are, Jim and Tony, who are looking so fantastic. They're all dressed up. And Jim and Tony are from Santa Barbara, if I'm not mistaken. Is that where you're from, boys?
Yes.
Santa Barbara. And remind us all, where is Santa Barbara?
It's where Oprah lives.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness sakes. Well, that would explain all the expensive art and those rented tuxedos, I bet. Well, you're fantastic. You really do. And thank you for participating, so dressed up and dolled up. And have you ever played bingo before?
All the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you're not from Santa Barbara.
No.
No. Because anyone from Santa Barbara, they wouldn't probably be playing bingo because it's not if Oprah lives there. That must be a fancy area out there. Yeah. Maybe not. So, and I'm so tickled that you're here today and that you're playing and you're really bringing up the beauty quotient with your beautiful formal attire. Of course, I do need to move on and say hi to my other guests, but I'm tickled and I wanted to say hello to you first because you look like you're playing bingo on a fixed income. I'm guessing. Are you retired?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Of course you are. Of course you are. So thank you so much, guys. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay? If you have to, take an extra Geritol. It's going to be about an hour. So, and then Shelly is coming to us from Minnesota. Hi, Shell. How are you? And Shelly has come to many. She actually hired me one day. This is what happens when you hire me. You sometimes get into my live audience. So you've got to like play your cards right. And Shelly's coming to us from where, Shell? Where is home nowadays?
Well, right now I'm in Ogama, Minnesota.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard of that before, but it sounds very happening. Ogama?
Ogama, it's on the White Earth Indian Reservation.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you Indian?
I'm Jewish.
I thought so. I knew there was a tribe involved. I didn't think it was an Indian tribe, but I wasn't sure. So you're Jewish. Fabulous. And so how does that all work? Is that you're on the reservation and everything's okie dokie? And are we letting the cat out of the bag? Are people finding out something maybe about you that they didn't know? Although I have to say, Shelly comes to my shows and during the holidays. And also hired me to work at your college, which is what's the name of that again?
North Hennepin Community College.
Community College, right. And I went and I think I played bingo there.
You did?
And look at you, you've not only got the bobblehead, but you have the most recent bobblehead.
Yes, I do. From
my
friend Lisa, shout out, who's watching, and Bobby.
Hello. You can say hi to people. That's totally fine. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's bingo and everybody's welcome, right?
Everyone's
welcome. It isn't like, just fancy people from Santa Barbara and, I live next door to Oprah and nobody talks to me anymore. I don't know why. But it's everybody.
Well, my sister Deborah, better say hi to her too.
Yeah, your sister, right? Your sister was also on the show one time, or she won. She actually won bingo one day.
Bingo.
Anyway, we'll come back to you, sweetie. I got to say hi to the boys in Boston. Otherwise, you know how they get. But the homos, with the homos, it's me. That's how the homos are. So Chris and Jason from Boston. Hello, boys.
Hi. How you doing?
Wow, you're a little casual compared to those old fogies. I mean, those gentlemen from Santa Barbara who all dressed up, and you just chose something casual and fabulous.
We're trying to keep it simple and cute. We're on a budget too,
Exactly. In Boston, and so if you're living in Boston, you must be near coming out to see me sometimes in the summertime.
Definitely.
In Provincetown, Massachusetts, all the time, hanging out there. Having a good time right on the tip of Cape Cod. We go all the way to the tip. There we go.
Just like I like it.
Oh, I know. We have so much fun, don't we? And we're going to have fun this summer, regardless of what happens. Whether we have shows or we don't have shows. I hope you're planning to come and see me, Jason.
Definitely, for sure.
Yes, P-Town, and we usually see you at Atlantis, Cancun, but not this year. So
I know. We couldn't go to Cancun this year either. But we got to so we're going to have have a lot of fun this summer because we've missed fun this spring. Okay. Super fun this summer. Okay. So when you get to P-Town, you get ready because it's going to be crazy. Okay.
We'll see you calling around and
I'm going to check in now with a couple of gals just down the street from you in Cambridge, actually, which isn't too far probably from where those folks live. It's Debbie, and Beth. Huh? And look at your beautiful attire.
Yes.
Lesbians with money, I'm guessing. If you can afford those types of things, my merchandise. And those are not being made anymore. Those are collector's items. I should remind people, if you want to buy those t-shirts, you can go on my website and you can buy a T-shirt, and we're running low on sizes because their Hook isn't in business anymore.
Oh yeah, I saw it's for sale.
It's not bad news. I mean, he just really wanted a break, so I think he's actually really happy. So it's not a sad thing, but he was the one that made those, and so we're just selling out the last of them. And I'm so glad you girls are joining us. And Cambridge is a beautiful area. I've been to Cambridge. I know where that is. It's probably just down the street where those homos are living, but a step up. Actually, I was expecting you to be in JP. The lesbians aren't all living in one neighborhood anymore. They're the way around. I appreciate that. And with that, I'm going to move a little bit further down to Marathon, Florida, where Beth and Patrick are joining us. Marathon down there. There they are. Waiting for that, keeping your fingers crossed for that first hurricane. It's on its way. It's coming, but so is Christmas, as my mother used to say. And so we have to introduce everyone. So Patrick, are you Dad? Is it Daddy Patrick?
I'm Daddy Patrick.
I call him Daddy sometimes. Yeah.
You call him Daddy. Yes,
somebody's right.
Yeah.
We have something in common. And then what about the children? Who is here?
I'm Sean.
Oh, hi, Sean. And Sean, how old are you?
14.
Oh, you know what that means? 4 more years. I know. That's gonna be and
yeah, he'll be on payroll forever.
Yeah, if you
I'm
could
living off their money.
When you get your driver's permit, that would be great because I always need a ride. So if we need a driver's permit, just call me. Okay. And then who's the girl?
This is Grace.
Grace. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Well, that is wonderful that you're joining me from Florida. We're going to find out a little bit more about that shortly, but we got to take a little jaunt across the country, and we got to go back west because we've got Stacy in Arizona that we also have to say hello to. Hey, Stacy.
Hi, Ms. Richfield.
And I was expecting a gal, so this is a real pleasant surprise. Unless you're a lesbian, I don't know. So you look great, though. You really do. And Stacy, where are you? Are you right in Phoenix?
I am right in Phoenix, Arizona.
I made my debut at Bar West or Video West or something in I don't know if that even still exists. BS West. I don't know what it was.
Oh, BS West. Yeah, it's still there.
Is it still there? Oh, I'll have to come back and visit. I loved Arizona. And you know what I was shocked about? Because I was there during the summer, and I was shocked. It was so hot, but it didn't feel that hot.
That's true. Yeah. It's a dry heat.
And on the other hand, looking at you, it's getting warm. So we're going to move on. All right. Thank you, Stacy. And I also want to say that, of course, we have with us today out on my cinder blocks, just outside, just right near my dining room table in my dinette area, because it's a beautiful day here. I don't know what your spring is like, but in Minnesota, we're having a beautiful time. I have the fabulous, she is the first harpist at A Mighty Fortress Is Our God Lutheran Church in Richfield. Thank you. There we go. Naomi is with us again today, and Naomi is fantastic. She is when I was talking about serving you up something to drink, I was gonna maybe offer you a beer, but Naomi drank all the beers before she was here about 20 minutes early, and so that 6-pack is gone. But I think she's going to do a real great job tonight. She's a little loosened up, which is always, there we go, great, fantastic. And then she has her bell with her, and then I always love, do that cowbell. Do the cowbell. Do that. Thank you. Do the cowbell. I like the cowbell. So anyway, so she's with us. We have and then of course we have Chris in Florida, who's also with us, helping us tonight. Eli in Philly and Joe in Minneapolis. So that's how many people it takes. Joe handles all of our art. Eli handles out in Philly, handles our Facebook and tapping away because I can't be typing because I can't type. And then Chris. And so I'm wondering, Chris, if you could explain a little bit, just remind people, how do we get going on this whole thing? Because I know there's a lot of people that are waiting for me to grab my balls and play. So tell them how.
So since it's Thirsty Thursdays, be sure to start by getting your beverage of choice ready. Look at that. So to get your bingo card handy, if you're watching on Facebook Live, make sure to go over to Play Bingo Bonanza to get your free card and a chance to win a prize. So there's actually each game, up to 2 people can win. The first person who wins is going to get a custom video from Miss Vitriol. It will priceless. The second winner gets a surprise from Miss Richfield's treasure chest. And even though everybody is a winner on Bingo Bonanza, not everybody gets bingo. So if you don't get a bingo, you can still go to Miss Richfield's website and visit the store and get one of your own. You've got to be really fast and hit I have bingo when you have it, since there's only 2 lucky winners. But the good news is you have 3 cards you can play on. Just click card 1, 2, or 3 to play those 3 cards.
So
and
now
then,
you've got 3 times the chance to win. So we're going to play 3 games, and you have 3 cards per game, correct?
That's right. That's right.
I mean, that's just in my head. I didn't even write that down.
Amazing. What do you remember?
I know. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. I'm really catching
Wow.
on. What, you know, this is number 15, Chris.
I know. And so
I've been
I know
doing this since just after the war. You know, it's been a while. Exactly. Anyway, I'm so now. What are you drinking tonight on Thirsty Thursday?
It's a Jack with a whisper of Coke, which is my favorite drink.
Jeez,
and I know, by the way, Miss Richfield, I know this is a bit off script, and I hope that Joe, the video guy, doesn't pull me, but I wanted to just take a moment to thank you for all that you do, Miss Richfield. You know, frankly, it's been a difficult day for me. I'm sure for a lot of people, crazy stuff's going on. The only thing that kind of got me through today was knowing we'd have bingo tonight. It's
me too. Me too.
And, you know, folks like Walter and John, and even inappropriate comments on Facebook chat from Amber. I live for all of that stuff. Exactly. And most people, they don't realize how much work you put into the show. As an artist, you work really hard. And I appreciate that you always say that, you know, it's okay if you can't give. But, you know, it's a little bit like NPR. Like, nobody knows if you give, but you feel good about yourself if you do. So before the show, I really realized that the pandemic has shown us what's important to us in life. And so I really want to know, I appreciate you. So I tipped you before the show, and I wanted to say thank you to everyone else who tips and supports. And the other way they can support is by sharing. So it's a good time for you to tell them how they can share, Miss Richfield.
Oh, of course. And thank you, Chris, for all your kind comments. Chris is actually the brains behind a lot of this. And this is not the Mutual Admiration Society, but a little bit. In that I said, I have an idea, and he just makes it happen. I said, can we do more than 1 square? Because usually people play bingo on more than 1 square. And then, you know, next week, you know, he tries to call me. Of course, my phone's been disconnected while I'm catching up on bills till I get more tips to pay the deposit. I feel like if I could afford the deposit, you know, I could have paid the bill in the first place. But anyway, they don't understand that. But anyway, so the point is that you can, of course, tip us. And we do share it with Joe in Minneapolis, Eli in Philly, Chris in Florida, me in Richfield, and of course, my manager somewhere. I'm not sure where he is now. Is he down in Florida? Is he near you, Chris?
Yeah, he's just around the corner.
Is he he's close to you? Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Fantastic. I'll have to send you over and make sure he's doing something, because I'm never quite sure what my 15% is buying. But anyway, so, thank you so much. And thank you for wearing sleeveless. I wore something off the shoulder too, just for you mostly. And so we want to do our first game tonight is, thank you, Naomi, is bingo in any direction. We always start out with bingo in any direction because it's just a little easier. And it goes a little faster. So you do want to watch. We move it right along. We visit a little bit, but we try to keep it moving. And so do try to keep an eye on things, because we only, you know, there's a lot of people playing, and I appreciate that. But we have limited prizes. So there it is in the corner, you can see. Oh, there it is. Right there. Can you see it? It says regular bingo. So you can go up and down. You can go diagonally. You can go side to side on anywhere on the card. Okay, so we're going to call all the letters. And I wanted to let you know, I counted the balls again. Counted them. Polished them. Sanitized them. And so we're ready to play bingo. And it's totally safe. Yeah, it's totally safe. I don't know if your governor is like our governor, but look at that. See, they're all lined up. Isn't that cool? Look at that, how beautiful that is. Isn't that nice? Little Eastery. Apologize to the Jews. Okay, so if you've got this first one, and don't forget, mark the free space. In sense, you've already got one, because you're going to use the free space for this one. And if you've got this number, you're lucky, because the first number It's like the first sale of the day. If you've got it, it's lucky. N34, N34, everybody, N34. There we go, fabulous. And I want to go back to Stacy because I feel like I didn't spend very much time with Stacy. And hello. And are you single, Stacy?
I am single and ready to mingle.
Single and ready to mingle. Girl, clickety, clickety, click. I would click, but I'm wearing gloves. N35, N35. And, oh, that is exciting. You say, how long have you been single? When did you last have a friend?
I mean, define friend.
Oh, wow. So it's been that long.
But I do want to tell you, Miss Richfield, I want to match all the tips tonight for you guys.
What?
Yeah, my friends Charlie and Carlos did it a couple of weeks ago, and I want to extend that gratitude.
Okay, here, you know what, that calls for a toast. A song called Toast. This is to Clink. This is to you, Stacy. Clink. And thank you on behalf of Chris and Joe and Eli and I, and of course my manager. Yeah, he's getting a piece. Oh, that is so lovely. Thank you so much. And everyone's so generous these days. N39, N39. And it's a time to be generous, isn't it? It's a time to be generous because there's so much need out there. Now, in Arizona, are they all closed up? Is everything closed up this year in Minnesota?
No, we opened most things back up this week. It's a
little scary, did? But, yeah. Oh, you opened it all back up, did you? And how's that working out?
I don't know. I'm staying in for a while. We're going to see what happens.
You are on the same way. We're on the same page. I know. We're opening up some stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to a restaurant. What are you, nuts? Okay. N45. Well, part of it, Chris, Stacy, is that I have to be well. I have to call bingo. I can't be having the chlamydia 19 and come down with that, and I'm itching and coughing and I don't know all the symptoms, but the itching has come back. I don't think it's the chlamydia 19. I think it's something else. B1. Anyway, I changed my pantyhose tonight, so I'm hoping that helps out. And what type of work do you do down there that you're so well off you can match the tips?
Well, I run a nonprofit. We support folks that are coming out of incarceration, trying to get their lives back on track.
I love that. That is such an important thing to do. I mean, half my trailer park has been incarcerated at one point. I know. So I'm going to have a lot of people. I'm going to give them your phone number when I get off the horn here.
Perfect.
G56. Because when people get out of prison, it's really hard to find a job.
It is.
Because people don't want to hire you because you made a mistake.
And anybody
can make a mistake.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Who of us hasn't made a mistake? Lewis. Other than my cat, everybody's made mistakes. Everybody deserves a second chance, I think, don't you? B5. So now when you help the people, are you helping them get jobs? Or what are you helping them with? What are you doing?
We support them with sober living, housing, substance abuse treatment, and employment services.
Wow, so you kind of have the whole thing. What's it called? What's it called if somebody wants to get online and help you?
Yeah, I will. I'll comment on it. It's called Vivre Foundation. VIVRE Foundation.
B-I. What is it?
VIVRE. Vivre.
I love that. Even for the deaf and hard of hearing, that is so fantastic. 063, everybody. 063. I think that's fantastic, Stacey. I mean, I thought you were just good looking, but apparently you're also doing things. You're doing God's work. So that must be. Oh, holy smokes! We already have a bingo. What happened? I wasn't done.
We have a bingo.
I just got to one person so far. Who is it?
So our first winner is Jason from Indianapolis.
Wow. Is there two winners or just one?
Just one.
Just one. Well, hot dog, we've got a winner. Let's do that number, Joe. Here.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, oh Won't you grab your balls and play?
That's right. Grab your balls and play, and do what Stacy's doing down there. He's doing some good work, and get out there and help people today, because that's what it's all about. And of course, after we do game one, we always do our spinner winner. Before we do that, I just want to remind you that Stacy is being so generous. He's going to match your tips. So I really do feel like I'm on NPR right now. And so if you are going through financial problems, of course, just enjoy the game. Just have fun. Other people are being generous. But and I know there's a lot of needs out there. So I'm just saying, if you can do, and if you can't, just have a good time and enjoy the party. You know what I'm saying? So here is our spinner winner today. And, we always have a topic of conversation. And because it's Thirsty Thursdays, I thought, well, let's maybe do beverages. And so you can see we have Sanka. Here's Sanka. That's Sanka right there. Can you see it? Yeah, there it is. That's Sanka. And then you go this way, and that is beer. Everything's backwards here. There we go. That's beer. You can see the son is drinking some beer. And then that is water. There's water right there. That's always good. That's a good option. And then, and here we have, this is a good one. There's a cow right there. That's milk. That's for all our friends in Wisconsin. And then this one is cocktails. And that's probably, look at that. Isn't that great? That's a cocktail picture. That's what most of you look like probably after you've had a few, you got a little comfortable. So anyway, I'm going to spin our spinner winner, okay? And we're going to see where we land and what we're going to be discussing, okay, today? We're spinning the winner, and the winner spin is, I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's milk. Okay, it's milk. Okay, so Chris, what is our dairy question? Look into our list of dairy questions that you might have. And what kind of questions do we have that would relate to the dairy industry? And or just
so the question is if you didn't land on dairy, or you didn't care about the dairy industry, what would your favorite social distance beverage be? Would it be a cocktail, soda, Sanka, or something other than that? And if it's something other than that, you got to tell us in chat what that would be.
Oh, you put Sanka in.
Good for you.
Thank you. Oh, Chris, thank you so much. So thoughtful. Yes. So yes, and milk does the body good. Exactly. And you can't, and it doesn't count if it's that soy stuff and all that business. That's not real milk, So anyway, I want to talk to Tom and Tony and Jim in Santa Barbara because it's getting late, and I just want to make sure we get to them before you have to go to bed. And so, what did you do for work that you can afford to retire in Santa Barbara?
I was a plumber in Provincetown.
You're in summer? Are you? Do I know you?
We lived there for 20 years.
You did? Oh my gosh, look at you. Hey, it is you. I didn't recognize. I remember you. We met on the
calendar.
You brought us up on stage years ago.
Are you still going to P-Town or not?
We did.
Last year.
We took a group last year from Santa Barbara. Yeah.
We took a whole group.
Oh, we brought 8 people out with us.
Yeah, for Bear Week.
Oh, it used to be the 4th of July, and then you let yourself go, and then it's Bear Week.
No longer circuit boys.
No.
That's it. I love Bear Week. I'm all about Bear Week. And I like the 4th of July, too. I like the boys. They're fun. But if I'm going to, look at this. We've got people that are voting. Vodka tonic. What are you boys drinking?
A Jackass Mule. Or Santa Barbara Jackass.
Okay. I thought maybe you were just saying something about me, but boy, right? It's just the beverage. Oh my gosh, you guys. Well, it's so good to see you. We're going to find out, what did everybody else say? What are they voting on? What are we drinking today, Chris? What's everybody saying?
So our results are in so far, and the most popular is a cocktail at 66%.
Whoa, we got a lot of drinkers on board. That's going to be bad news for Stacy, because those drinkers loosen up, and then the next thing you know, they're tipping a lot, and Stacy's going to be writing a big check at the end of this. If we got a bunch of people on cocktails, that's great. I love that. I mean, I don't do I do the mocktails now. I don't do cocktails anymore, but I do the mocktails, and it's like a cocktail without alcohol. It's just as good, really. It is. And then what was the second one?
So the second one, actually, you'll be pleased to know, is Sanka at 10%. So you're not alone on that one. And then Soda, and then was also at 10%, and now others jumping up here at 15%. But I really wanted Sanka to be a close second.
I know, that was fantastic though, because I have a feeling that the decaf, it's not as popular as it used to be. It used to be so much more popular. But I wanted to talk also while we're sitting here. I also wanted to talk to Chris and Jason in Boston and find out what you boys are drinking. And I have a feeling you might be part of that 66%.
Margarita for me.
There we go.
I'm having a sassy sangria.
Of course you are. The sangria. Hey, so you're sort of slumming it today. So where are you in Boston? What neighborhood do you live in? Because that's such a beautiful city. By the way, I love Boston. And any of you that haven't been to Boston, it's a great city to go to because it's actually kind of small. And you can walk around. I mean, I just walked around and did the Freedom Trail, and I did all sorts of fun stuff. And you don't have to take a cab everywhere. It's like it's close in. Everything's close. So where do you guys live?
Yeah, so Chris works in Boston, and we live in Lowell, which is a suburb of Boston, about 25 minutes outside of the city.
Lowell, which I always think of as the Richfield of Boston.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like, do you get to Boston once in a while? I mean, you don't have to live there. You can always go visit, clearly. And then if you're living in Lowell, you probably have money to come and visit me in Provincetown, I bet.
Yeah.
If you live there.
We do. We save a lot. I have a piggy bank.
You have a little piggy bank? Well, and it's like, I love your shirt. Now, which one's Chris and which one's Jason?
I'm Jason. This is
You're Jason. And then Chris is the one, and it's like you couldn't find pink, so you got that color. Wow, that's about as homo as they come. And all I can say is, if you're going outside in Lowell in that shirt, I would move quickly. I would just run. Harder to
stay down the runway. I have to.
Harder to hit a moving target, sweetie. Harder to hit a moving target. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. We're going to play a second game of bingo right away here because we're doing great on time, and that never happens to me. I'm always behind. So this is like a rare day where we're actually on time. And I'm going to talk more to my live guest. But first, I want to tell you the second game of bingo is going to be, thank you, Naomi, is going to be something very special because it's very themed to Thirsty Thursdays. Of course, I speak of Fill the Cup. Okay, there we go. Fill the Cup. It could also be you, which we'll use for underwear night. But right now, it's Fill the Cup. Now, if you look at that, I'm wondering, Shelley, will we be using the free space?
We will not.
We will not be using the free space. No, we will not. But what letters will we be calling?
We will call ING.
ING. Let me check that out with my used bingo board here. Yes, it will just be I, N's, and G's, not B's and not O's, okay? So everybody ready to play a little? Now, hang on. We're going to still talk to you, Shelley. Hang on a minute. Don't go anywhere. Just got to get some balls. Oh, here, I'll show you. Look, it's the coolest thing. Look at my cool bingo ball thing. It's just the neatest thing. Here, watch this when I roll it out. I just love this. Woo! Oh, here, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Just, isn't that neat? They'll come rolling down. And we're going to be doing, if you think of it as colors, we're going to be doing no yellow, because yellows are O, and no blues, because blues are B's, okay? So we're not doing any yellows or any blues, but we're going to do all the other colors. Oh, and then look at all the yellows we got. Crying out loud. Okay, so hang on. Now, Shelley, darling, hang on. N43. We're going to start out with N43, everybody. N43. And Shelley, you're up there. Now, how big is the city you live in? How many people are living in there these days?
Well, in this part of our area, there are 10.
There's 10 people?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Well, just like on my little stretch here where I'm on the road, yeah, there's like 10 of us.
There are just 10 people?
Yeah.
How many in the town?
There really isn't a town here.
Okay.
It's like in the woods, basically.
Okay, let me call the next number because that does beg for a follow-up. So just give me a second here. N, everybody, N32, N32. So what on God's green earth are you doing up there other than it's a reservation and our Indian friends are up there, and I'm sure you probably have some Indian friends, so that's reason to go. But what are you doing up there? Why are you up there?
Well, we're just like have a cabin.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking the Jews wander. And maybe you just wandered and you ended up in Omega or whatever you call that. What is it called again? G50. G50. Oh, there we go. Whoop, G50. It's all backwards. Oh, wait a minute. It's backwards. I can't get it to the. Wait a minute. Here it comes. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. G50. Isn't that weird? It's like backwards. There we go. G50. There. It's like I'm having a stroke or something. I don't know. If I suddenly disappear and you hear a loud thud, oh, don't call 911, because Naomi will help me. Naomi will help me. She'll come in. So you have a cabin up there. Is it beautiful?
Yes.
I bet is it a beautiful lakes area? Is it a lovely?
Yeah, there's lakes and rivers and trees.
Trees and lakes and rivers, but no people.
Birds, but no people.
But no people. It kind of sounds like a dream. So how do I get there? Do they have a bus? Is there bus service?
Yes, you can come by bus.
Okay, I'll probably call you from the bus depot there. I'm sure they got a bus depot. I-18. We all love to hear that. I-18. That's a popular one. Are you dating anybody now? You still single? You still alone in the world?
Well, I'm dating someone, but he's my husband's in the other room. Don't.
No, so we have to. You have a husband?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
I never know you had a husband. All right, N37, N37, everybody, N37.
Yeah.
Do you really have a husband? I didn't know that. How did I not know that? Does he have? He doesn't come to shows, apparently. Does he not come and visit us and when we're doing our shows?
Let's ask him.
I've never met him.
You should call him in and tell him to speak for himself.
Exactly. Is he Jewish?
No.
Oh, so you married out of the faith?
I did.
Oh dear. Okay. What are you drinking? What are you drinking today? That's some sevens, or what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a little white wine.
The white wine. Oh, you're branching out. N36. N36, everybody. N36. And don't forget that we do bingo. Here we go. Hang on. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, wow. We got a bunch of balls coming. Oh, no. These are yellows. Oh, we can't do yellows. Oh, for crying out loud. Look at all the O's we've got. Good God in heaven. So hang on a minute. We could do these reds, though. I-19. It's fill the cup. It's filled. I'm having a stroke. I swear I cannot. How can I not hold? Wasn't I doing this earlier? Holding the button? I don't know. The ball up? I seem to be able to. It's, you know what it is it's backwards. Hang on. And then, so if I go this way. Oh, there we go. I do use an overhead projector at Christmas time for a sing-along, and it's the same thing with that. It's all backward. Everything backwards. Very hard. It's very confusing. And so we just did that. We're going to do I-17 as well. There we go. I-17. Ooh, speaking of I-17, if you'll excuse us, Shelley, we are going to step away for just a moment and visit our friends in Marathon. I've been just thinking I-18, I-17. And I know we have that darling family down there with that very handsome son. Oh, there's the girls. Hi, Debbie. Oh, God. How's it going? Oh, there's the family.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Beth.
Hey.
Yeah, you're back. I know. Look at you. You look fantastic. Look at what I love is how close you're all sitting together. And that's so fantastic. And hang on a minute. N31, everybody. N31. I think I'm getting this. No, isn't that crazy that I had that down? So N31. It's backwards. It's not the same. It's backwards. So now, how long you been down to Marathon then?
So we've been here. Go ahead, babe.
We've been down since March 21st.
Yeah, so they shut everything down. We came down and decided to ride it out down here.
Well, where are you living? So where
This is our vacation home.
We live in Pittsburgh.
It's a rental, so that's why we're all caving in on this couch, because so many asses have been on it. It's just everybody together.
And so this is a rental that you're in now?
Yeah, we own it. We own it.
Okay, so you're renting the rent. So it's a rental that you own, that you're living in. But where are you living otherwise?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, in Pittsburgh.
That's why we left.
That's why we left, exactly.
God in heaven. All right, that took a while. All right, G51. G51. There we go.
More Sanka.
Yeah, I guess. And maybe I just need another swig of Sanka to just calm my nerves a little bit. I don't know what's going on. G51. And so and now the daughter, what was her name again?
Grace.
Right. And then the son, what's his name?
Sean.
Yeah, Sean, right?
Yeah.
Sean.
Yes.
And Sean, now, do you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or anything? Anyone?
No, I would get a girlfriend, but every time I look at a girl, she runs the opposite direction as fast as she can.
You are kidding me. You're kidding me. Is your mother there when does the girl see?
This is my mom right here.
Yeah, it's probably because of the quarantine haircut he got from my husband.
Oh,
That's probably it. Yeah.
You're cutting each other's hair. That's how slow it's getting. Well, it's marathon. Okay. I-25, everybody. I-25. So where is Marathon exactly in Florida?
It's in the middle of the Keys. So we're actually in the Keys.
7 Mile Bridge, connected to 7 Mile Bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's way down there.
We're way down there.
Okay. That's where you try to find a full set of teeth when you get gas. Okay. G55, G55, everybody, G55. And how do you happen to be down there? Is that like you have this rental property, but you love it down there? Are you going to maybe move someday? And
yeah, as soon as the kids
like
leave,
that kind of
leave.
thing, or is it just? Or is it just have money?
Well, Maria and Janet had a place down here,
and
friends. For 3 years during the slowest month of May, they would give it to me and Pat. So we would just bring like coconuts and a grass skirt and a banana peel, and me and him would just stay at their rental. And after 3 years, I told him, "Hey, we could do this." And he said, "We don't have gay jobs, and we don't have all that money."
G57.
And we have kids, and I was like, "I don't care, we can do it."
There, I know. I'm glad we're getting the whole story. I mean, I'd hate to abbreviate that. You know, I'd hate to think we'd miss any of those details. But when you said Janet Maria was at the wedding I did in P-Town?
Yes, it was.
Because I did a wedding for Janet Maria. Same Janet Maria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We must have met. Did we meet each other?
Absolutely.
Did we meet each other? That was a couple years ago, though. How many years? That was like 4 years ago.
6.
6 years ago. Oh, dear God. Oh, my gosh. That and 39. How are they doing, those lesbians?
They're doing
great.
They're in Nashville. They love the Colts, and they're
great.
They really stick together.
Janet and Aunt Maria, we love them.
G54. And so are the kids are you having to teach the kids?
The computer does some of it, and then I just have to ride them.
I hear you while we're going involved. So you have to teach the children?
No, the computer does it. I just have to ride their ass like Zorro to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
I've always wondered what it would be like to have children and money. So, all right. G59. So you're probably just enjoying a beverage and watching the kids on the computer. So, Grace, do you have to take all your classes on? You have to take all your classes on the computer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer. What grade are you in?
5th.
G47. G47, everybody. G47. So you're in 5th grade?
Yeah.
And how about you, Sean? What grade are you in?
8th.
And you're in 8th grade?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Sean, do you want to tell Miss Richfield how when you first met with Janet and Maria?
Right. Hang on a minute. G48.
Remember what you said?
No, I say a lot of embarrassing things.
No, so
Yes.
when we came down to Marathon and we were going to close on the house, or we were coming for a visit or something, so
It's amazing.
Sean-
It's amazing.
we were like, we didn't know what to tell them.
That was. I love that. G49, everybody. G49.
Okay, long story. So it's true. Here, I'll get to the short of it. So, okay, wrap it up. So the kids we were introducing the kids to Janet and Maria, and I said, they're married, and they didn't say anything. So then when we were at the house, Sean was probably 8, I think, or 9, and he looked over at us and he said, Mom, are they Selmas? And I was like, yeah.
Oh,
From the Simpsons.
From the Simpsons. They're Selmas.
Wow.
We don't have to explain anything. The Simpsons did it.
Selma's right
They're
there.
Selmas. Yeah.
Debbie and Beth. More
Yeah,
Selmas.
Debbie and Beth.
Selmas are a good thing, right? G60, everybody. G60. Actually, you know what I think it's going to change the world is that's going to change the world. When you introduce, we all know each other, isn't it? That's what's going to change things.
Yeah.
It's not reading it in a book. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can read about lesbians until your eyes fall out. But you really know a lesbian. Yeah, it's a whole different thing, I think fantastic. And by the way, girls, you are lovely. And they're in Cambridge. I-23.
Love is love is love.
Love is love.
Love is
And
love.
never- What's that? Someone said something. I'll say something. And
I want to
45.
see Jim and Tony Speedo.
I know. And 45. I know. Believe me. We've talked about the Speedo. We're not sure where that's going right now yet. We're going to check in on Chris a little bit later. He's busy. He does he's the brains behind all this. Can you believe that? Imagine being good looking and smart.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
None of you know that feeling, but trust me, it's tough. Oh, there we go. Hold on. And now who is it, Chris? Who's the winner?
So we have 2 lucky winners. Our first winner is Rachel Rate from there in Minneapolis.
Rachel Rate from Minneapolis. Congratulations. And then there's another one?
Another one is Rob from Long Beach.
Rob from Long Beach. Congratulations, hot dog. We've got a wiener. Let's do this.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Well, right now, I would like to do something educational because I know a lot of you say, Miss Richfield 1981, you're so with it and you're so technically amazing. So I wanted to share some more technology with you today because we're going to learn a little something because it's Thirsty Thursdays. And I have a special little treat for you. It's right here. And what we're going to do today is I have a film strip here that we're going to be watching in regard to our theme, which is Thirsty Thursday. And I'm telling you, I have found something very special that I have to share with you. It's really my salvation. And so I have to turn on hold on a minute. I got to turn on the fan first. Then we turn the light on. And so with no further ado, pay attention. And I'm thinking that my friend Beth in Marathon, you might want to get a pad of paper and take notes because this is really going to be interesting.
The Minnesota Coalition for Personal Sanitation presents Live Like a Queen with me, Miss Richfield 1981. This health and hygiene guide is for every woman, whether you're the Princess of Wales or a whale of a princess. As we continue our presentation, advance the film strip when you hear the audio tone. Episode 17. Eating Out with me, Miss Richfield 1981. Ladies, have we lost our girlish figure? Do we jiggle when we climb stairs? When we brush our teeth? When we sleep? Are we jiggling now? Like most women, We've probably tried to melt away that fat with expensive appliances and therapies. Bad diets just leave us frazzled and fatigued. Fiber diets, woo, put a cramp in our style. Protein diets just rack us with guilt. And those liquid diets, who has time for all that complicated measuring? Drastic measures may seem like the only solution, such as stomach stapling. Ouch! Feeding tubes. Ooh. Or worse. Pills, purging, tapeworms. We've tried them all, but we look in the mirror and still see a body shaped like a... But girls, kiss those days goodbye. Now we have the solution. It's as easy as Tic-Tac-Joe. Tic-Tac-Joe? That's right, Tic-Tac-Joe. Just have 3 Tic Tacs and a cup of Sanka for breakfast, 4 Tic Tacs and a cup of Sanka for lunch, and a sensible dinner. And in just 4 to 8 weeks... Wow! There's just no words to describe that. The end.
Oh my goodness sakes, I hope that you got a little something extra out of that today, because Tic-Tac-Joe has been a savior for me. It's the reason I can still fit into this beautiful barmaid's outfit that I've been using for many, many years. But I want to right now say hello to all the people out there in my magic mirror, because when I look through my magic mirror, I not only see my live studio audience, but I see all of you out there who are so generous and are joining us for bingo. And I'm looking around and I'm seeing Alice in Dorchester. Hi, Alice. And also Sonia. Yes, Sonia in LA, and Susan in Pennsylvania, in Downington, and Sean and Eric in Kansas, and Troy. No, it's Troy in Melbourne. Oh my gosh, Melbourne. You're watching all the way from Melbourne, and I love Melbourne. It's one of my favorite places on earth. I hope I get to come back one day. And Adam from Vermont, where my friends, the LeMay sisters, live. We love Vermont. And then Karen from Weehawken, New Jersey, and Billy from Utica, and all of my friends. And I'm thinking of all of you out there, and some of you, I know some of you are maybe not feeling well. Maybe you're not physically not feeling well. Maybe you're emotionally not feeling well because of all the things we're facing. And I'm saying hi to you today through my magic mirror, and I can see every one of you, and I'm wishing you well, and I'm wishing you peace and happiness and joy, even though we're going through some tough times. All right, let's be there for each other. Okay, so that's our magic mirror today. And look who came to join me. Oh, we got Mr. Lewis. Hello, Lewis, over here. Look at the camera. Lewis is joining me. And I know some of you have pets too. And this is one of the ways that I'm getting through this crazy homebound time that we all have, is by bingo and my beautiful pets. I have Lewis and Dusty, actually. He's another very handsome guy. But let's play one more game of bingo. Oh, before we do that, I actually wanted to thank the bingo boosters. And there's been so many of you that have been so helpful. And I want to thank Thomas C. from Peekskill. Thomas, thank you so much for donating. And Brian K. From Asbury Park. I love Asbury Park, by the way. If you haven't been there, that's a beautiful place too. Judy M. from Minneapolis, thank you again and again, Judy. And Lynn from Washington, D.C., and Paul from Southington, and Michael O. from New Jersey. I appreciate all of you so much, but I appreciate everybody who helps out during this crazy time and just gives us a chance to do something fun like bingo. And we're going to actually play one more game. And this game is actually easy because it's called Lucky 7. And I'm feeling kind of lucky tonight. I hope you are too. It's any 7 anywhere on the card, okay? And I know some of you are playing on 3 cards. And don't forget, if for any reason that your card doesn't appear, you can hit refresh. And then if you just keep refreshing every so often, the card will come up. And Chris has done such a good job designing it. You can have up to 3 cards, and you can watch on Facebook, or you can even watch on playbingobonanza.com if you're joining us late. And Mr. Lewis is joining us. And we have, of course, Naomi, who's out on the veranda right now. Actually, it's a sort of a set of cinder blocks because I can't really afford to finish the deck. But anyway, so we want to start out, and this next one is Lucky 7. And so Lucky 7 is, of course, any 7. Not the free space, though. Not the free space, but any 7. And let's start out, and we're going to be calling all the letters, okay? So all the colors, all the letters. So here we go. We're rolling along. We're rolling along. And I'd like to just say hello. First of all, who haven't we talked to very much? Oh, and Stacy. We could get Stacy back for a minute. Stacy, darling, look at you. Oh, my gosh. And you've got a little friend.
This is my friend Rustin.
I was going to say, who needs a boyfriend when you got a dog, right?
Exactly.
I-24. I-24, everybody. I-24. And what now? What kind of dog is he? Really handsome. He is a handsome poodle.
He's an English bulldog.
An English bulldog. Oh, that's interesting. Is that different from a normal bulldog? I mean, does he speak with a funny accent or something? What makes him English?
He enjoys a nice cup of tea every.
Okay. He drinks tea, of course he does. B6, and I also love your glasses, by the way. B6, and look at how loving he is. How much does he?
I did a costume change.
How much does he weigh, Stacy?
He's like a good 50 pounds.
50 pounds?
Yeah.
He's a big boy. You know, my friends used to have a bulldog that I used to go swimming with in Florida when I would go. This bulldog would swim. He loved the pool. It's crazy. They're not really made to swim. You know, they're kind of like big sausages, right? It was crazy. So G, everybody, G57, G57. Any other pets? Does anybody else have pets? G57. Where are we here? I gotta find the right spot. And anybody else have any pets out there? Anybody?
Hey, Miss Richard, we want to show you. We're fostering a couple little kitties
From the local humane society.
and here's little Mr. Lewis.
No way. Get closer to the camera. That is totally Lewis.
It is. It's little Mr. Lewis.
You know what? I never knew Lewis as a kitten. I got Lewis as an adult. So this is.
And then we have you.
Oh,
Miss Richard.
oh look at that.
And
That is a good looking dog. I'm telling you.
And look, he loves the pearls. He loves the pearls.
Oh, and he's got pearls on too. It's a bully dog.
Can't get him off of him. But tomorrow I'm starting a Tic Tac diet. I'm on it.
You're on the Tic Tac Joe
I'm on
diet.
it tomorrow.
I'm telling you, it doesn't take long either. And you're that is fantastic. Hey, listen, we've got a real surprise for everybody. Oh, 69! Exactly. It's Tic Tac. It's Tic Tac Joe. It's 069. Tic Tac Joe.
We have a little Chris right here.
Tic Tac Joe diet. It's everything. And look at the puppies, and look at and the little kittens are absolutely. Is it just one little kitten or two? Three. You love kittens.
Oh, look at that.
This is our puppy.
It holds his wig.
It loves to hold my wig, so.
And it's a beautiful puppy. What kind of a puppy? What's its name? What's its name, Jason and Chris?
Its name is Chiquita Wigga.
Somehow I'm not surprised that I was going to guess that actually. Me too, everybody. Me too. Oh my word. It's a real chatty crowd today. I like that. Oh my gosh. And Jim and Tony are still up. Good. Looking really like they're just really in it. You know, oh, cute. Shelly's got Shelly, what's your cat's name?
Monkey.
What is it?
Monkey.
Monkey. Oh, that's a cute name. And does the cat travel back and forth with you?
Yeah.
So you don't just leave them on the Indian reservation. You take them back and forth. I think that's fantastic because the cats are hard to travel with. I-16. Cats are hard to travel with, aren't they? I take my cats to Providence Town with me. Which reminds me, speaking of P-Town and the crazy thing, we're coming up with a mask.
Look.
You can pre-order it if you go onto my website or go to Bandwear. And you can pre-order the mask and see it's got a real nice mouth on it. It says Miss Richfield 1981 right underneath the bottom lip. And you'll look fashionable and fabulous. You should get one of those for your dog, you know, with the pearls and the hair and the glasses. I mean, that would be a finishing touch. I-22, everybody. I-22. And anyway, and our girls, now we have hardly spoken to you girls, and I want to talk to Debbie and Beth. How are you? And what are you doing there in Boston? Are you working? Or are you at home all the time?
We're working from home.
at home.
Yes.
And what type of, hang on a minute, G53, what type of work do you do?
I work at Berklee College of Music, Berklee Online.
Oh, Berklee College of Music. And so what kind of music is that? Do you play? Are you a musician?
Yes, I'm a musician too. Yeah, I went to Berklee for school. Yes.
What do you play? I'm gonna guess the guitar, but
piano. I play music for children. Debbie and Friends.
Debbie and Friends. Before we go to bingo, hang on a minute. Let me just find out. Debbie and Friends. That's wonderful. And what is Debbie and Friends? This is music for children?
Yes, music for children. We play live shows every week on YouTube, actually.
And the kids can just hop on and sing along?
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of instruments do you play?
Me? I play the keyboard and sing.
Oh, that is so nice. And what about your gorgeous partner there?
My wife.
You, sweetie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So I sometimes show up as the wolf.
She plays the wolf puppet. Yes.
In her shows.
Wolf puppet. Well, somebody's got to, right? Somebody's got to do it. What I love that you're doing this together and you're helping the children, which is real nice. Do you have any children?
No.
That's even better. I know. Speaking of kids, look who's there on the screen with us.
Hi, Chris.
Isn't he? And Chris, unfortunately, is not available. Chris has a boyfriend, if you can believe that. Anyway, so Chris, I know we have a bingo, but I had to talk to my lesbians. I have to talk to my girls. And I love bingo girls this summer. Are you going to be in P-Town this summer?
Yes, we will.
One way or another, right? I already put the deposit down on the rental, so I might as well show up at this point, right?
We'll be there.
We will see you. I hope you recognize us with our masks on.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get a see-through mask.
Yeah.
Right? Why not? Exactly. So we have to find out who won Lucky 7. Who was it, Chris?
So before we get to Lucky 7, I just want to make sure to also thank Brett from Winchester, who was our share winner. As we mentioned earlier in the show, when you hit share on Facebook, you have a chance to win a prize from the treasure chest. And Brett from Winchester was our top share. So thank you for that.
And he won a T-shirt, right?
That's right. And
I was supposed to announce that earlier. I forgot.
and our winner right now is just one winner. It's Laura from Westlake.
Laura from Westlake, hot dog, we got a winner. Let's hear it for Laura.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Well, it's that time again where we have to say goodbye. But you know what? We've got something very special to tell you about. Next Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, we're going to do something very special, a pajama party, the day after Memorial Day, okay? So it's not Memorial Day, it's the day after on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, and of course at 6 out there in California for you handsome boys, okay, Jim and Tony? You're gonna get in your jammies, gotta get out of your tuxedos and get in your jammies and join us for the pajama party. That's a week from Tuesday, right? Or is it this Tuesday? Oh, it's a week from Tuesday, that's right. So, and don't forget Monday, we're gonna be doing bingo again. And I hope that you'll all join us. I want to say thank you so much to my beautiful studio audience, Jim and Tony. You're so handsome. I can't even thank you enough for joining us and for participating and for staying up for the whole hour. Thank you. And then Jason and Chris, take care of that puppy. All right, comb that wig out. All right, and Shelly and Patrick and Beth and Debbie, I thank you all so. Let's spell it.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. E is very, very extraordinary. Even more than anyone that you adore. What makes me and you? Ooh, love was made for me and you.
And you.
I love you all. Good night.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. I think I said thank you again. I love you guys. Thank you for participating. I'll see you Monday. Bye.
Bye.